Welcome into Gamesthetic episode 241, I think. Yes. Yeah, 241. I'm not excited with Sparky 3. Hope you're having a phenomenal day today, whatever day you are listening or watching today's episode, which today's episode we'll be going through our top 10 personal favorite games that released in 2025. And joining me for that is John. John, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I was looking back over my list because I
deciding on last minute changes.
well, no, because I had it typed up on my computer, and every time I've tried to download it from my OneDrive, it doesn't give me the right one.
Oh yeah.
Every time I've done it, so I just took a picture of it before I left, and I was looking at it. I was like, does this have everything on it?
Right. Is this correct? Is this right? Oh,
Yeah, because I didn't check it beforehand.
Yeah, second guessing now.
I kind of locked it in a couple days ago and was like, I'm gonna let that ride.
All right, yeah. No, I gave my final lock this morning. Like I was on the line deciding some of these, man, because I knew everything that was gonna be in there. I knew at least 8 that was gonna be in there. Those last 2 I was really trying to decide, and it was just trying to figure out the placement for stuff.
My like 10 has been flip flopping
same here.
around.
Yeah,
but
no,
other
same
than
here.
that, I've been pretty locked in on it.
Yeah, no. So excited to go through that. We're gonna go through each of our numbers. We'll give honorable mentions to start, go through each of our numbers, lean all the way up, and that's the main topic for today's show. After that, we'll maybe shoot the shit on some stuff and just go through the weekly wrap up as per normal. Going through some things first. Reminder: Gamesthetic Awards. The voting is going on a few more days. The 23rd is the final day of voting. So make sure to hit the link below for the Google Form, share with your friends, and get your votes in. And then the video will be coming out December 31st. I'm really excited to get that video recorded and get the show on the road for that. And then another reminder that I shouted out last week is that soon we will. Honestly, this might be the last one. I gave up my Restream subscription that I've used for a while to allow us to be on all these different channels, the Twitch, the Kick, and the Gamesthetic YouTube. I feel like this is probably a good final live for the Gamesthetic YouTube, and I'll just aim to re-upload the episodes over there so it stays as a backup channel. So going forward, Sparky 3 will be the main home. We'll probably try to get back on Twitch at some point as well, because I think I can still multi-stream like one YouTube to Twitch. But I don't know. We'll figure that out. Main YouTube channel, Sparky 3, that's the main channel as it is. I just want to go ahead and establish it off the top. And this is probably the last live episode for the Gamesthetic YouTube channel mostly. Feels like a good final live. Top 10 games of the year. Good final live. Going forward, I'll just aim to re-upload it. So if you happen to watch stuff there, those re-uploads are going to be very late.
This is our first official top 10 as well, because we usually just do a bracket or something or a group list.
Yeah, so in years prior, we would do the Gamesthetic top 10 of the year, where we would get in a call and fight for 3 hours to decide the top 10 and their placement. And then after that, that's when John's just like, let's just do a bracket. We did brackets for 2 years, and because John didn't want to fight. He didn't want to get into a call.
Even the bracket was just I was like, what if we just did a bracket or something? And then next thing I know, you sent me a link, and you're like, all right, what do you guys want to do with this bracket that I've been making?
Yeah, no, exactly. I just remembered I was going to talk to you about that before the show. I'm going to probably just go ahead and get everything in the bracket, and I'm just going to send it to you guys for review. Tell me what needs to be moved, because we need to get that show on the road.
I'll just send this list to you that I have here afterwards, because I didn't want to send it before because it's organized. Yeah,
no, that's fair. Yeah, no, I'm going to get it all set up. I'm sending it to you boys. We'll figure it out. So also with the bracket, I don't know a day it's coming out, because that will be pre-recorded to fit for Zach's schedule. But we are recording the last Sunday of this month. Just a couple of reminders on that. One, Expedition 33 will not be in the bracket, because this is the one and only time all of us have been on the same page for the top game, and it would just beeline to the finals, and that's not fun. And 2, normally, just for seeding's sake, how this works, the top 3 seeds is each of our favorite games of the year. Obviously, in this case, Expedition 33, so not in there. So that's how the seeding's going to work, and after that, we usually just seed all of the games based off Metacritic scores, and we just put it numerically. So look forward to that. Bracket will come out end of the year or something.
I don't know about you, but even outside of Expedition, my number 2 for the year stands pretty far from the rest of mine.
Yeah, no,
at least for me.
My 2 and 3 were razor thin, but then after that, it was a jump. Okay. You know what I mean? That's it was dude. All right, my 2 and 3, I had to debate on. My 4 and 5 and 6, I had to debate on the placement, and then after 7 and 8, I knew those were going to be good. And then what else was going to make the top 10? That's where I was. I say there's a
big gap between them, but it's like I've got a pretty big jump, but that's just where these games landed,
Right.
like for various reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get you. We'll make sure to also shout out some sponsors later on the show. And if you want to support us further, Patreon is a great way to do so. Do you have anything you want to shout out before we get started? I think I got through all my shout outs. I actually made notes today for my shout outs, so I didn't forget.
Just one thing to shout out. I don't know. I haven't looked at your script. I don't know if you had anything in there. But previously I had mentioned that Trails in the Sky second chapter was supposed to release before September or something by 2026. Officially got the official announcement this past week. So
yep.
If it's in there, we mention it again later. But I didn't look to see if it was in there, but I saw that and got excited.
Yeah. No, got its official announcement. We got it in the weekly wrap up. Exciting stuff, because then around the corner, we should probably get that third announcement as well. Probably once the game ends, you'll have a teaser just like last time.
Yeah.
So
hopefully.
Yeah, I know. Hey, shout out. Looking forward to seeing if that game's going to make your top 10. So,
yeah, because I'm, like I said, I've already planning on, I've already got them downloaded, ready to go on my PC to start playing the originals.
Yeah. Right. Nice. No, 2026 is also going to be for me definitely some backlog stuff, because I don't know if you saw, but earlier I posted the first quarter's worth of games, like notable ones, in the Discord, just to go ahead and get a schedule
I saw you
going.
posted stuff, but I was doing other stuff. It was just was like, let's get these notifications going.
Yeah, I was just trying to go ahead and get ahead on some stuff, and looking at like the first like few months of games, man. I'm interested in Code Vein 2 at the end of January, but it's a very lukewarm interest, so probably not immediate thing. After that, it's just like Resident Evil.
If you wanted to play the first one, now would be the time to buy it.
Yeah, I know, because isn't it like super on sale?
It's big on sale on Steam right now.
Yeah, so that's a lukewarm, and after that, it's like Resident Evil 9 at the end of February. So it's like I got a good 2 months just to play some backlog stuff. So I'm pretty pumped for that because I got a lot to catch up on. I bought games for this year that I haven't even touched yet.
I've got a couple.
Yeah, no, I mean, I picked up Metal Gear Solid. Picked it up recently because it was on sale for $30. Have not touched it yet. Will play it though. I will play it because that's definitely one of those games for me where I'm sure you can relate. Where it's like you got those games where it's like you want to play it for more so for somebody else kind of thing. I'm wanting to play that game in dedication to my uncle because he's not here to play it anymore. Because like, dude, that like it's one of those things where if he was still, kicking and around, right? He would 1000% buy a PS5 to play that game. Yeah, I think I don't even think he ever got a PS4. I think he still had a PS3. But that was his favorite game of all time. Was Snake Eater. So I finally picked that up, $30 on sale. I'm gonna play that sometime here soon. So I'm looking forward to that. But I still gotta go to Ghost of Yote. I still gotta go play more Prime 4. I still want to pick up Octopath Traveler. I'm behind, bro. I'm so behind. Oh god, there's so many games I'm behind on, so lot to catch up on, and I think these first 2 months will be great to catch up on some games. So I'm excited for that. All right, but yeah, you ready to hop into our personal top 10s?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to be doing our top 10 favorite games of 2025 that released this year. Let's kick things off with some quick honorable mentions. Over on my side, I wanted to shout out a few here because honestly, if I actually had more playtime in all of these games, they would probably be in the list. So 4 games that released this year that would probably be in the list if I had more playtime is Metroid Prime 4, Ghost of Yote, Octopath Traveler 0, and Silent Hill F. All fell to circumstances of being in a death grip by another game and literally just being busy because Silent Hill F came out right before I went on an almost 2-week vacation. Came back, as you know, Digimon time. Digimon and Pokemon time right when I came back. So Silent Hill got shoved to the wayside. And then the other 3 all got shafted aggressively to another shout out. And I just want to shout it out because, while it did not release this year, if we did a list with everything we played, it would be my second favorite game I played this year, and that is My Time at Sandrock, which has got me in a death grip. And those 3 other games, Prime 4, Ghost of Yote, and Octopath, they have not been played more because of Sandrock. And the last one I wanted to shout out, which released last year for PC, released this year for consoles and Game Pass. Again, if we were doing everything this year that we played, this one would make my top 10, probably just barely edging in, and that is 1000 X Resist. I really enjoyed my time with that on Game Pass. You should 1000% go check it out. It was a phenomenal game. What about you? What's some honorable mentions you got?
Honorable mentions. I'm only going to shout out a couple because a lot of the games I played this year, I either talked about pretty heavily or I kind of just touched on them, and I don't know how much I would have enjoyed them if I kept going. But to start with, first honorable mention, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. The Alters.
Okay.
The Alters, really enjoyed the game. I don't remember if I ever went back and completed it, because
I don't think you did.
I know
that Act 3 was driving you insane.
It was because I was gonna have to restart the entire Act 3.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I think it was. So I think you're right. I didn't go back and do it. I loved my time that I was having with it, though. Super unique game. Another honorable mention, Fragpunk.
Oh yeah, shout out. That was I forgot about that.
Fragpunk. If I would have played, if I would have stuck with it throughout the year periodically, it probably would have made the list. It was a great march.
Yeah.
It was a great march, but I fell off it real hard. Which, when I was looking back at games, I took that into consideration.
Yeah.
100 Line. 100 Line doesn't make my list, because I didn't put the time in.
That's fair. That's fair.
Other stuff came up around the time when I started playing it and pulled me away from it, so I didn't get as sucked in.
Yeah.
Which I know some other people absolutely got taken in by it and had some fun with it. Another one, probably the last one that I'll really mention. Well, oh no, I got two more. This one, didn't talk about it a whole lot. I know I mentioned it at least a little bit. Dead Zone Rogue. It was a roguelite FPS game that I played this year. Really enjoyed playing that game. Had a lot of fun with it. I've been meaning to go back to it. If I had gone back to it, because I think it's gotten another content update since then. If I'd gone back and played it a little bit more, it might have cracked in at number 10.
Right.
And then the last one, Octopath Traveler 0.
Oh, didn't make the top 10. Okay. It's not enough time yet?
It got edged out by another game that I've been playing.
Okay. All right.
I picked up another game to test out, and it completely pulled me away from Octopath. So if I had picked them both up, or if I'd picked one of them up earlier in the year and then just kept playing Octopath, they might have both made the list.
Okay. Octopath just barely edged out for you.
Octopath, with more time, 100% would have been on the list and probably would have made its way up pretty high.
Really? Okay. I was so sure that was going to be in the top 10 for you, but like in that 6 to 10 range.
Yeah.
I was fairly close. It barely got edged out.
It got edged out by a game. We'll get to it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's kick things off with my number 10. This one I did talk about previously. I got to go back and kind of get to re-enjoy myself with this game. Number 10 for me is going to be Face of Another. This is an indie game, an indie horror game that dropped recently by an indie developer named Mad Bug Studio. It is a very short game. You can complete it in like 2 to 3 hours, maybe a little bit longer, just depending on how much you want to kind of really go through there. But this game is creepy as hell, man. It starts off with you as trying to write a paper. You've been trying to get in contact with your best friend, and it already starts to kind of set the motions of what to expect for this, of where your character starts to say, man, I just can't, for some reason, I can't remember what her face looks like unless I look at a picture, referring to a friend who she hadn't heard from. And then the game very quickly ramps up with someone almost like stalking you in your apartment, and then you basically get sucked more or less into, the best way to describe it is kind of like a digital nightmare, and you're just traversing through various I don't want to spoil too much, but just various situations and witness the story kind of unravel for your character and your friend and another key character in the story, and kind of what happened and what transpired throughout this story. This game's creepy as hell. Like this is one of the best indie horror games to come out this year, and not a lot of people have played it. There have been a couple of big content creators that checked out, like let's say Queso, which is where I found out about the game. But man, this game, Face of Another, it's like $4 on sale right now. Go buy it if you're into indie horror. It is incredible. I cannot recommend this game enough. For me, it came in at number 10. I absolutely loved it. It's just so dang creepy. All the different points that it hits you with, especially the climax. It's like your blood is pumping, constant adrenaline. Great game. Absolutely cannot recommend it enough.
My number 10 of the year is the game that edged out Octopath.
Okay.
It would be higher with more time in it, because honestly, this is the game that I have by far the least amount of time in on my list.
Yeah.
Very little time in it actually, or like 7 hours, maybe, but quality 7 hours. I'm having such good time. Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon.
Okay, that Tainted Grail is actually pretty sick. I ain't gonna lie.
Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. I heard about the game when it came out earlier this year. It kind of just kept missing my radar.
Yeah.
And then about a month ago, I started actually looking at it, and it was one of those where I was like, I want to play this. I'm gonna wait. I know it's gonna go on sale.
Right.
I know it's gonna go on sale towards the end of the year. It went on sale like 3 days ago. Immediately picked it up, and I've been playing it ever since. It is fantastic. It is like it's one where I'm still in act like 1 of the game, and let me put it this way: I don't know what the main quest is right now because I've just been exploring and doing everything else.
Yeah.
One of the best compliments you can probably give this game is this, like, Tainted Grail feels like the best parts of a Bethesda game.
Correct.
And man, it is so much. I'm playing this game like I've never played a character like I'm playing in this game. I am playing like a summoner mage. I never play these type of characters. And man, is it good? I don't think so. Or it hasn't been for a while, but it's starting to click now, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
It's some of the most pure fun I've had playing a game this year has been recently with this game. And it's just exploring around, and it's not an overly big map in Act 1, but man, every 30 seconds you're traversing, you find something new to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new event, there's a new building, there's something new going on that leads you down a path.
Right.
And it is fantastic so far.
Yeah, I briefly played I think the demo when they had it, and you hit the nail on the head that it has like all the best parts of a Bethesda game. And when it came out, everyone was comparing. It's like, man, this feels as if like Oblivion, like OG Oblivion, just came out in 2025. Not the remaster, but OG.
It is an amazing feeling game.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something modern to give you that feel, Tainted Grail is it.
Yeah.
By far.
There you go.
Moving on to number 9. My number 9 is probably going to shock you.
Here we go.
My number 9 is First Berserker Kazan.
Man, you were so higher on this earlier in the year.
There's reasons. There's a very simple reason why this game. It's still in my top 10 of the year. There's a reason why it slid down the list over time, though. But before that, though, First Berserker Kazan, like he said, I was very high on this game. It's the like Dungeon Fighters Souls-like game following Kazan. It really is a fantastic game. I got full disclosure, did not end up beating the game. Ended up dropping it. That's why it slid down my list. Because it's one where I was having a ton of fun with it, and it's one where I don't know where, or I know where it happened. I don't know what caused it though. It just became like in my mind, became too tedious, which made it slide down a little bit. But of all the games on my list, it's probably got the best combat.
Hmm.
It probably is the best action combat. Well, yeah, no, I'll stand by that. It's probably the best action combat that I have on my list. Uh, and it's one where the story's pretty good. Side quests in the game are entertaining. The combat is the selling point of the game, though, and yeah, if it's one where I don't know if it's just throughout, if it just started dragging because I got to points where I didn't like the areas and I didn't like the bosses.
Hmm.
So I think there was just a back to back of that, which kind of just drug me down a little bit, and eventually had me stopping it. But up till that point, oh man, up until like the final fifth of the game, as it was like 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
And then it was just like a drop off for me, and
Right.
it might have just been my mood. I just haven't tried to go back to it since. But yeah, First Berserker Kazan, still a fantastic game.
Okay. All right. Coming in at number 9 for me is this studio's masterpiece in terms of gameplay, and that's going to be Split Fiction. If this game would have had a absolute like It Takes Two level story, I feel like it'd probably be top 5 for me because I love It Takes Two with such a passion. But it's Split Fiction. Its story is still fine. It's a solid 7, 8 out of 10 story. It's a good story. You'll have your fun with it. You'll enjoy the characters and the character development. But this game is some of the most pure fun of gameplay I've had all year in terms of strictly the gameplay of just all the different mechanics and all the different just wacky ways that they created to make this game enjoyable in a co-op sense, as well as just kind of like the art direction they went with, where there are certain levels where the level is literally splitting and splitting, by the way, between both types of worlds of sci-fi and fantasy. There's like little quirky little levels, like where you literally are cooking yourself on a grill as like a hot dog or whatever. Like the gameplay is so wacky and it's so damn creative that in terms of just pure gameplay, one of the easily best experiences that I had all year. But again, the story is what drops it down for me. The story was good. I enjoyed it, but like when I look at everything else from 8 to 1 and either the story and the gameplay and how well they mesh together, I gotta knock it down some because I just look at all these other games like, yeah, I enjoyed my time with these others more for one reason or another. While Split Fiction was fantastic from gameplay, the story just kind of, it was fine. It was fine. Like I said, Hazelight's masterpiece in gameplay. It Takes Two is their masterpiece in narrative. Coming at number 8 for me, we're going to do another indie horror game. Last one for the list, I promise. And that's going to be No, I Am Not a Human.
I thought this might make its way up.
I
there for
love
you.
this
I
game
kinda
so much.
I thought it might have been a little bit higher, actually.
I love this game so much, man. This game is so cool. I love the deduction skills of it, of as you're playing through it and you get all these people in the house, you have limited energy to ask questions and try to figure out if you have an invader in the house. And it constantly changes. So you can see, you'll see the same characters, but it changes who's invaders, whatever. It's constantly like, okay, is it this guy this time? Or this guy was last time, whatever. There are multiple endings that you can branch through as well. There's like 50-ish characters that you can meet, and I'm sure there's going to be more that's going to get added over time. This is another one of those indie gems that came out this year, especially in the horror genre. It's not necessarily like scary. It's just very creepy is the better way to put it, especially as you go through each night point and you look outside and you see the world developing around you, of where you see like your neighbor's house and lights are on, everyone's chilling, and then maybe 2 nights later the house is burned down and everyone's dead. You see one night some kids outside playing. This is early in the game, by the way. There's like second night, whatever. You'll see some kids outside playing. Next night they're all dead. You'll see like it's so creepy more than scary, but it's just the gameplay loop is not complicated, and it's just one of those things that you can beat a run in just a few hours, and it's fun exploring the different types of runs depending on some different choices. I really enjoyed this game. No, I'm Not a Human is like I said, it's one of those indie gems this year that I wish more people were talking about, so you should go check it out. No, I'm Not a Human, fantastic game. Really enjoyed my time with it.
My number 8 is a game I didn't expect to play this year. I had no interest in it. I kind of just picked it up to pick it up. Uh, don't even know what made me decide to pick it up, honestly. But it ended up being the game that I based every other game on this year. This game is Hell Is Us.
Okay, yeah. I'm shocked. I'm kind of shocked it made the list.
Hell Is Us ended up being my benchmark for every game that I played this year. Because Hell Is Us was a game where the story it was funny listening to you say like, the other games, their gameplay and story kind of mesh together better. Hell Is Us is a weird game because the story is it's there, it's weird. The gameplay is like underwhelming. It's because it's the like combat of the game. Is combat is not the bright point of the game. The bright point of the game is kind of the exploration and the setting that the world puts you in. And the setting and the way all the characters interact and like being able to talk to them into kind of the detail that you're able to sets the mood of how this world is, and it is a depressing ass world.
Yeah.
But it's real. They took the time to make the world feel as it should for the scenario that's going on in it, and it was kind of that. It was the like the world, the vibe of it, and like the exploration to it were good enough that I rate it above some of the other games. It's like some of the other games I had a lot higher highs with, but Hell Is Us was a constant the entire time that I just enjoyed.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
and moving up number 7. I'm looking at these. I'm calling an audible on these because they should have been swapped before. Number 7, for me personally this year, Avowed.
Okay. All right. Avowed crack in your top 10.
Avowed.
You put a lot of time in Avowed.
Avowed. Honestly, this year it's kind of split. People either really enjoyed the game or people did not enjoy the game for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But for me, Avowed, I had no expectations kind of going into it. Some people were super excited because we've been hearing about this game for what feels like a decade. And for me, Avowed was I honestly, this is one of those where the story is whatever. I couldn't tell you. I could tell you the broad strokes of the story. Couldn't tell you a lot of fine detail about it. For me, this game was all about exploration and the feeling of power they allow you to have in combat. Exploration in this game felt great outside of trying to search underwater because the underwater areas were very empty. But everywhere else, like going through caves, going up mountains, everywhere you went, you were rewarded for going to. Exploring was quite fun in the game. Also, another game that like I played how I don't usually play. I don't usually play like mage type characters because I can't be bothered to learn them. But it's also one where in the combat in this game goes from super punishing to every area lets you feel like you are the main character, which is one of the best feelings you can have in games like this, and it lets you do it in spades.
Yeah, no, for sure. Anytime an RPG lets you feel like a god.
Yeah,
it's
like,
nice and relaxing, you know?
It's like when you're playing an RPG most of the time, it's like you're playing the main character of the game. And too many times RPGs don't let you feel like the main character.
Yeah.
And have those moments of power, and Avowed lets you have them.
Right.
Which is what brings it up into my top 10 on the list. And yeah, I played just about as much of Avowed as you could in a single playthrough.
Nice.
And I very much enjoyed my time.
Okay, right on. Now that great handoff point now, because obviously for the final video, I'm going to chop out this little point, whatever. A shout out to Becca in chat. Thank you for stopping by. It is her birthday. Happy birthday. And I'm glad you stopped by because friendly reminder, GTA 6 got delayed. I have more time before AniMan Plus can come back. Just saying. Just saying. I got more time. It's coming back before GTA 6 comes out. Hopefully it gets delayed again, then I get even more time. Anyway, so like I said, anytime we can do a hand opportunity there, that will be a good chance for me to stop and comment on something. Because the final video, I'm going to chop all that out for the final fancy edited video of our top 10 of the year. This is just for the live listeners and the audio listeners. So my number 7 game of the year is one that was actually one of your honorable mentions, and that is The Alters.
I had a feeling it was going to be, because where I didn't go back and play through everything, you did multiple times.
Yes, I loved The Alters, man. The Alters was a game that just grabbed me and sucked me in. I didn't even know about the game until I was preparing for my Metacritic monthly predictions. So I was like, what is this? I watched the trailer and stuff to kind of get a vibe, I'm like, hold on now, this actually looks pretty sick. It's like, a mix of like Fallout Shelter and like this and this and this. I'm like, hold on, you had me at Fallout Shelter. Everything else sounds cool. No, man, The Alters was so much fun because it does have like that vibe of Fallout Shelter and just general survival and just kind of going through the acts. It's not an overly long game, but for me, one of the biggest things that just made, and I've talked about this ad nauseum, that I just loved about the game, Alex freaking Jordan. Playing Jan Dulski, mwah, chef's kiss. He knocked one of the best performances that I've seen in years, because getting to see so many different of the alters and going through my overall runs that I did, I got to see a majority of them because I kept like resetting this, resetting that, trying to go do this one, trying to go do this one or whatever. So I got to experience multiple alters. There's only a few that I did not experience that I want to go back and check out, but they all feel so distinctly different. Right, just the way that he portrayed his voice for each alter and like the mannerisms each of them have. Like, dude, when you sit here and you listen to normal Jan and then the scientist and the miner or whatever, and then turn around and listen to the doctor, night and freaking day. So, I mean, for me, that was the biggest thing. The game itself was a lot of fun. The story was very interesting, that we're stuck and we're on a planet where the sun can kill us. We're here for a mission. We're trying desperately to be rescued and we can't. But the biggest takeaway for me is that I just got to praise the performance, man. The performance alone made the game for me. The interactions between all the alters, the way that you can just fail everything if just by not hanging out with your alters, they'll get pissed off at you. They'll kill you in your sleep.
Yep.
I mean, dude, I loved this game. The Alters is one of my gems of the year, man. I love this game. And Alex Jordan, he deserves all the flowers for that.
I do want to just hop in on that as well, because like you said, you didn't know about it. I had never heard about this game until you came on talking about it. And then it didn't quite crack my top 10, but it's an honorable mention for me as a game I had never heard of before. And when you were describing it, I was like, this is the stupidest sounding thing I've ever heard.
And it is.
But then it's like the second you hop in and start to play it, it makes sense.
Yeah, everything makes sense. It's such a wild combination of game ideas.
It's like 5 different games at once.
Sticking it to the wall.
Somehow works.
Yeah. The Alters, fantastic. Absolutely love it. But yes, we do watch some WWE. In fact, we watch some WWE live sometimes when there are some events, and we get sometimes distracted doing the show because we're watching it live in studio.
Last week, trying to have a conversation with you was a nightmare once the show came on.
Yeah, I know. My bad. Yeah. No, we do have a wrestling show that we have not done in a while. Just honestly been busy. I need to get back to doing a terrible wrestling show at some point. But no, listen, GTA 6 delayed. Okay. It's delayed. We know when it's coming out. I got more time on AniMan Plus. It's coming. And for the record, I have actually been watching some anime. I'm almost done with My Hero, so that's something. That's something.
Yeah, but you've been saying that for weeks.
I have. I look, we're getting there. Rhea Ripley is so fine, low key. I don't think that's a low key for a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest.
I think that's the general consensus.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people. Yeah, I don't think that's low key. I'm just saying. I think that's a lot of people's opinion. All right. Coming in for my number 6 is going to be Donkey Kong Bonanza. This has been a pipe dream for me for a long time to get a 3D Donkey Kong game. I was adamant it would never happen. John is the one that said it's going to happen, brother. It's gonna. And I didn't believe him, but here we are. We didn't get a new 3D Mario to come out with the Switch 2. We got a 3D Donkey Kong game, and it was awesome.
The only one who believed was the guy's never played a 3D Donkey Kong game.
I know, dude. I love Donkey Kong 64 so much. I've wanted a 3D Donkey Kong game again, and they knocked it out of the park with Donkey Kong Bonanza. I mean, like, it really is one of the best, like, 3D platformers that we've had come out in the same realm of, like, an Astrobot. I mean, it's incredible. Just the destruction element that they've implemented in the game is unbelievable. The music is phenomenal. The transformations is a lot of fun. Level design. I think there's only been one level that I got legitimately like, all right, this level's annoying. I want out of here. Other than that, all the level designs have been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed my time. It's also a very therapeutic game. All right, just go into a level and just beat everything up. Just collect a bunch of fossils and whatever, and just go destroy the map. Especially like when you're destroying the map and you're just getting more gold, you can just keep reactivating the Kong Bonanza and just keep destroying everything. It's very therapeutic. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, man, I mean, it's one of the highest rated games of the year, nominated for Game of the Year, and deservingly so. It's phenomenal. And I really hope, and I don't even feel like I need to hope, with how successful it was, I don't think Nintendo is going to stray away from doing another one. You know, yeah, we may get another 2.5D Donkey Kong game because it's, you know, the foundation of the franchise. But I think now we have firmly established where Donkey Kong has now entered the realm where both can exist. And that's a great thing. I love it.
All right. Moving on for me. Was this number 6?
Yeah, we're on 6.
My number 6 game, 2025, Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay. Nice shout out.
Wow, Wilds makes my list. Yeah, while yes, it's not optimized. yes, the performance isn't. It's not great sometimes. I don't care. I had a great time playing Monster Hunter. It's one I love playing Monster Hunter. Do I play it as much as a lot of people? No. I jump in. I play through the game, and I have my fun with it. I have my 40 hours of fun,
Right.
and then I come back to it a year later to have my then 80 hours of fun. So it's like I played through it. The joy of Monster Hunter for me is jumping into it, like jumping into a new game or jumping back into a game, putting a new weapon on and going and seeing how I feel with a new weapon and then fighting the new monsters as they come through.
Right.
And it's like Monster Hunter Wilds did that for me. And it's one where, is it my favorite Monster Hunter game? No, not my favorite Monster Hunter game. But that doesn't matter because it did what I wanted it to. It let me go out with a big hammer this time and beat and hunt a bunch of big monsters. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I got to do.
Nice.
But yeah, moving on from there, my number 5 game. Curious where this is gonna land for you. Digimon Storytime.
Oh, we hit 5 together. Let's go.
Did we hit 5 together?
This is why I wish we had the whiteboards like TLC.
Yeah.
We hit 5 together.
We were going to have whiteboards, and I left them at home.
Man, we hit 5 together.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Digimon Storytime Stranger comes in at number 5 for me. We've talked this game to death.
Facts.
We've talked about this game so much already. It's no surprise it makes my list. And no surprise it makes your list. It is cool that we both hit it at number 5 here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Digimon Storytime Stranger is the game that it's not the we've said it. It's not the best Digimon game.
Sure.
Best Digimon game remains Cyber Sleuth in my opinion. But we look at it, and Digimon Storytime Stranger is going to be the game that brought Digimon back to the mainstream. It's the one that brought it back into the public eye and brought the popularity back to it that it needs to be able to keep making games and keep going forward to get better and better. Which, you know what? That is more than I could have hoped for this game.
Yo, facts. Yeah, because this thing totally brought it mainstream.
Yeah, it's like this one, it brought it into the public eye once again, which is... that alone is enough to make me happy. But
Yeah.
the game itself is fantastic.
Yes.
A lot of little bitty things that I've complained about with the game, but overall, the game is amazing.
Yeah.
The game is fantastic. I love everything about it.
Right. No, 100% agree. Like, I think I really still prefer Cyber Sleuth, right? But like, Time Stranger just has so much quality of life stuff that kind of draws me to it. The overall story I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed some of the plot twists, but I don't know, just something about Cyber Sleuth. The story stuck out to me a little bit more. I think it's just a more personal preference thing. I'm not going to sit here and say Cyber Sleuth has firmly the better story. And in terms of gameplay, Time Stranger obviously has better gameplay. It's the newer game. There are few gameplay loops that you and I prefer with Cyber Sleuth, but like Time Stranger was such a pleasant gem for us this year because as Digimon fans, like the games that we get are always like they're gonna hit the Digimon audience. This hit a wider audience. Like this hit an RPG audience.
Yeah. This hit people that they remember Digimon from 20 years ago.
Yes.
And they only pick the game up because they're like, why is everybody talking about Digimon now?
Exactly.
And you know what? For a Digimon fan, that's enough to make it a top 10 game.
Yes, exactly.
But the quality of the game is there,
yes.
and it is 100% worth playing. Not even if you're a Digimon fan, but if you are just an RPG fan.
Correct. Yeah. Cannot wait for my second playthrough, but it's going to be after all 3 DLC packs come out because I have a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah. I plan on doing another playthrough, but again, it will be after DLC is done and I get through some other stuff.
There you go. All right, so coming at number 4 for me is going to be Blueprints. This is a game that all throughout the year, honestly, I have gone back to consistently.
I thought I just assumed you dropped this because you didn't talk about it except like one time.
No, this is honestly a game I've still gone back to. In fact, I just recently played it probably about a month ago before Sandrock really started to take off for me. But me getting on, for me, Blueprints was one of those games where after I had my initial 40-ish hours of just constantly playing it, it became, hey, let me hop on and do a run or two, let's just see how far I can get. Let's see if I can knock it out of the park or fail in the first like X amount of rooms, It's that type of game for me where I can just turn it on and just play a quick 30 minutes, have a quick little, little brain session of the game and just kind of move on. This is just one of the really most unique games of the year for me. When it popped off and came out, I immediately wanted to go check it out on Game Pass. Me and my wife both got super addicted to it and we were playing it both together almost consistently. And like I said, since then, I still get on and just play a run. Yeah, I don't sit there and play a few hours worth like I did when it came out, but I still get on and just play a run or two just for shits and gigs, and let's see how far we can get. Blueprints is such a phenomenal game to me of going through there with like this like roguelike-esque mechanic and just taking all the different drafts of rooms and trying to figure your way out and all the different mysteries to reach the fabled room 46. It's on Game Pass. It's worth a look. Honestly, it would have been nominated for Game of the Year if Silksong didn't come out because, again, TGAs like to nominate like at least like one indie. I feel like it would have been in that category. It's worth all the praise. It's a fun game that you can sink a lot of time into, and it's also a fun game you can just hop on and play a quick 30 minutes and kind of just enjoy, just kind of wake the brain up a little bit. Really enjoyed Blueprints. Blueprints is one of my favorite games this year.
My number 4 game. It shouldn't come as any surprise that it's on here. Shouldn't come as any surprise that it's made its way up the list this high. Arc Raiders is my number 4 game of the year.
All right, yeah.
I'm currently a little backing off it a little bit, playing some other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like I hit it harder than I normally hit games since it came out, really. Arc Raiders is it's a game I didn't expect to like because it's a genre I don't normally vibe with. I always try them, but it's not one I usually end up sticking around for. But it may have changed a little bit now because it's been a couple weeks honestly since I've played it. But Arc Raiders was a special point in time for the gaming community. Everybody just joined in and everybody was playing their part, and it was one of those special, kind of like a special multiplayer moment where everybody just wanted to be a part of it, and getting to actually be involved in that and play around with it and experience it, a lot of fun. The gameplay is fantastic. So look, it's like it's a game I look to go back to periodically and have some fun with. So we'll see how, or like when I hop back in. I kind of want to hop back in uh coming up soon, just to hop in and explore some of the new stuff going on.
Mhm.
So we'll see with that. But yeah, Arc Raiders, I've had a blast with this year, in the last couple months, because I mean, hell, it's still only been like 2 months,
Yeah.
but it has been a crazy fast paced 2 months.
Yeah. True.
Uh, and then moving on,
Bronze medal.
bronze medal time. Man, it's a crazy year, because any other year this game like I'm saying this as it's in number 3 on my list, but any other year this game could top out, or be at least like close to topping out. My number 3 game this year is Dispatch.
We hit again. Let's
Dis-
go.
Dispatch is incredible. Dispatch. I've still only done my first single run. I've still been letting it marinate before I move on to do my other run, because I in games like this, I typically like to let my choices lie for a while,
Yeah. Before you come
and then
back.
come back to it, because I like to let my run settle in.
Mhm.
But I will 100% be going back and playing it again, because this game is something special.
True.
Um, and it's one where this is another one where it's like, we got shown this a year ago, or like the first trailer or something for it
Yeah.
like a year ago, or a year before it comes out.
Yeah, it was like Summer Games Fest, I think.
Yeah, like a year and a half before it comes out, I think, something like that.
It was either honestly, legit, it was either this past Summer Game Fest or last year's Summer Game Fest. I don't know which one.
It was before 2025.
Okay, it'd be last year's Summer
Yeah.
Game Fest then, if that's the case.
Yeah, because it's like we came out of that looking at it going,
Remember that
what was it?
superhero game?
It was one where I think Zach said, he's like, "Did you guys see that superhero game?"
Yeah.
We all got excited, and it's such a great feeling to come out of watching a trailer being as excited as we were for it, to then a demo coming out and us being even more excited,
Yeah.
to the game coming out and us going, cinema.
Exactly, it is.
And it is one of the best experiences of the year by far.
Yeah. No, Dispatch, man, the performances, everyone knocked it out of the park. That's one of the other big selling points of the game. Just, this is like we kind of talked about when we were talking about Dispatch and all of our hype on it. This is, a lot of the original devs that did a lot of the Telltale stuff and everything. Like, and I think it was you that worded it, where it's just like the OGs are out here to have some fun and flex a little bit, or whatever way you worded it. And that's the best way to word it. A lot of branching paths, a lot of branching options. I saw that the studio put out that there's still like one super unique story scenario
Yeah,
that
so I saw that.
no one's gotten yet, and I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. No, Dispatch. I did my 2 immediate playthroughs. I'm gonna end up doing a third one, because I do want to hit platinum on this game, because I am playing it on PlayStation. Dispatch is cinema. It is. It's cinema. I want season 2 so bad. It's cinema.
They've been talking about season 2. They're like, we didn't expect this much praise. We
Yes.
didn't expect this much excitement for it. Hell, the game sold their like 3 years worth of copies that they expected in like a couple months.
Yeah, like less than a month. Like, it was crazy.
And it's one where they're looking at it and they're like, I think what they've said now is, I mean, we're looking at a season 2, but we don't really want to disappoint you, because it took us 7 years to make season 1.
Right.
So we'll see where it goes from there. But my God, if we get more, cook for a couple years if you need to. Do what you need to do, but man, show us more of that.
Yeah, I do. Dispatch, absolute cinema. I hate the awkward release window that it came out in, because I feel like if it was out a little bit earlier in the year, just a month prior, I'm willing to bet this could have been nominated for Game of the Year.
Well, if they would have, yeah, it would have. I think it would have made its way in.
And I probably will at some other award shows coming up, like DICE, for example, or like, what is it called? Like the BAFTA or something, like the British one. Like, I think it'll make it in for some other ones. But no, Dispatch, dude, so good. If you haven't played it, for the love of God, do yourself a favor and go play it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It'll be one of the games that the entire, because it's fairly short. It was what, like 7.5 hours
Yeah,
ish.
because as I did for my second run, I made it my goal. Hey, Sunday, I'm going to get up, start the game, beat it in a single setting because I wanted to see how long it would take. And I think I took maybe 1 15-minute break in there. So I'd probably say the game you could beat it about right at 7 hours.
Yeah. So about 7 hours for a playthrough of it if you're just going and not stopping to
Right.
like stop to think or take breaks or something like that. But it's one where that 7 hours is going to be probably the best quality 7 hours you're going to experience out of a
Facts.
game from this year.
Big facts. Also, shout out to Becca. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, you have a wonderful holiday season as well. And don't worry, you just keep waiting on the anime. It's going to come back. AniMan Plus is coming back. But I have more time before it comes back, which realistically is probably also a good thing for Zach because Zach's schedule is so screwed. So it's going to come back just eventually. So I will say going into number 2, obviously I know what your 1 is unless something's changed. And I knew Dispatch is going to be in there as well. I have no idea what 2 could be.
Really?
I have no clue. Unless I'm drawing the biggest blank.
You are.
Okay. Unless I'm drawing the biggest blank. I don't know what yours can be. I guess I'm drawing a big blank. Coming at number 2 for me, and I was really going back and forth between this game and Dispatch. But, just the more I thought about, there were a couple things. Number 1, I didn't want to let recency bias really sway me on this opinion for how I felt towards my second game. For me, my number 2 game of the year is going to be the 100-line Last Defense Academy.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
I loved this damn game. This game, to me, it's one of those games that when you look at it, you can sit there and say, as a gamer, even if you're not a fan of the game or a fan of the genre or whatever, and say, this is what art is for gaming, right? When you have the amount of time and effort put into this game where it literally could have put the studio bankrupt, where the guy's just like, yeah, if this game doesn't succeed, we might go under. It is what it is. We made a banger game, though. I mean, dude, just the amount of story scenarios that you can go through, the amount of time that you can sink into the game, which is why I was nominated for Best Time Sink. You should go vote on that. Everyone's going to have the same Route Zero that you play, but once you finish Route Zero, that's where the game just gets wild. There are so many different scenarios that you can go through. The ongoing joke of the killing games that is constantly talked about by Darumi throughout the game. That's a route that you can go. It's like because there's like 60 different routes or more. There's hundreds of hours of gameplay into this thing. All the characters are honestly really entertaining for one reason or another, while there might be some that you just flat out do not like. They all have their own charm to it. The art style, I mean, it's a Danganronpa art style, so it's naturally just kind of like it or hate it, you can't deny it's at least a visually appealing art style. Like, it's unique, it's creative, it stands out. The gameplay, the tactics gameplay for it, it's not anything that changes the genre, but it's just a good entry to the genre. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't do anything that horribly changes things, but it is a good entry to the genre. The story is super interesting. Some of the plot twists, like there was the one that Zach and I talked about privately where it's like, are you talking about this? Yeah, it's like, I was so mad when it came up because after it came up, I sat there and I'm like, it was in front of my face the entire damn time, and I was too stupid to realize it. And Zach had the same exact opinion. 100-line Last Defense Academy. It's one of the most overlooked games of this year. It came out the same day as Expedition 33, so that has a lot to do with it.
Yep.
A lot to do with it. But it's legitimately one of the best games of this year. It's one of the highest rated games this year. It's like one of the top 20 highest rated games this year. But again, it just got super overlooked. So if you have not checked out 100-line, please go do so. It's on sale consistently right now. Up front, the level of quality this game is, the level of detail. The creator flat out said, yeah, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing something like this again. This was too much. So go play it. Go appreciate it. They're not going bankrupt because it sold well enough, which that's great. He might even add more routes, which is also really cool. Go play the game. It's phenomenal. I cannot recommend 100-line enough.
Yeah, just to speak on 100-line as well. For someone who may be looking at it and not 100% sure what the game is half like what's the word, like visual novel. It's like visual
tactics.
Novel tactics type game.
Digimon Survive.
But yeah, it's another great example of that you should go play.
Yeah, exactly.
But 100-line, like I said, it's a game that I didn't put enough time into. I didn't finish the Route Zero. And it is one that I look at every now and then and go, I want to get back into that, but I've forgotten everything that's happened.
That's fair. There's a lot that's happened.
Yeah,
a lot of days.
So it's like I would like to get back to it and play it at some point, but because I was thoroughly enjoying every bit of it that I was playing.
Yep.
But for my number 2, man, I cannot believe you've forgotten about this.
I'm drawing the biggest blank.
My number 2 is a game that I waited for over a year on after it was announced. It's my entry point to the series.
Oh my god.
My number 2 game of the year is Trails in the Sky First Chapter.
Oh my god. It's even in the thumbnail. God. I can't believe I forgot that.
When you said that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It's in the thumbnail, dude. I put it in the thumbnail. How did I forget?
Trails in the Sky First Chapter. Here's the best way that I can describe or explain how how much I love this game. It is a remake that I would normally never be a consideration for like my actual game of the year.
Right.
It is a game that I love so much that if Expedition was not like the game that came out this year, I might be putting Trails as my number 1 game this year. Mm-hmm. That is how much I enjoyed and adore this game. Because it's a game I played the game in like 7 days. I think I maybe 5 days.
Life that shit
is how long is how long it took me to beat it. I played it like I think I clocked 60 hours to beat the game over like 7 days, and that's 7 days where I was still going to work.
Yeah.
It's like I was going to work for the majority of those days.
Man was not sleeping.
But it's one where I absolutely adored the game. I had been waiting to get into the Trails series for a long time.
The One Piece of gaming.
Was waiting on the remake got announced right as I decided I was going to start playing it. So I was like, I'll wait on it. And man, was it not the best wait that I've had? Mm-hmm. It's like or the most satisfying playing of the game after the wait. Because I've heard about the Trail series. It's like I've heard about it for so long. I've researched into it. And you hear about how good the game is, how good the story is, how good the characters are. Playing it and seeing the quality, honestly, of the game taken from a 2D like into this fully realized 3D world is crazy. It does not make sense, but. Oh, the game is fantastic. The second game will be coming out. Second remake will be coming out by fall 2026. So it's one where if you've ever looked at the Trails series, I cannot recommend this remake enough. I highly recommend everybody that is a fan of RPGs, JRPGs in general to go play it.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it myself. That's still on my list to get done at some point, which I was going to borrow yours.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Man, I adore this game.
Yeah, I will play it before the second one comes out. That's for sure. I definitely have some other backlog stuff I want to get through at the moment, but I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah. No, it is. It is probably my favorite remake to come out that I've ever played.
That is fair to say because John is very anti remakes.
It's not. I'm not anti remake because I like games becoming more available.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just
you're anti them being nominated.
I don't like them being nominated and them taking spots away from other games that come out during the year. This game makes me understand why they do.
Right. Okay. Oh. Ooh, okay. That's I like that take. That's interesting.
Yeah. This game makes me go. I see why people defend remakes taking awards.
Okay. Opened your eyes to things. So the next time we get another,
I'm still gonna complain.
Yeah, we're still gonna complain,
but I'm doing it from a new perspective.
All right, there you go. There you go. The most obvious gold medal.
No, I almost considered excluding it from my list, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, that would have been a fun conversation to have.
I almost did it just to do it. It mainly because it would have allowed me to put something like The Alters on my list.
Yeah.
which I'm glad you put it on your list because it got mentioned.
I love it. I love it.
But number one game of the year,
Easy.
Expedition 33
Easiest
takes
gold
it.
medal.
There's never been any doubt.
Yeah.
It's like when I started to create my list. Once I decided I was actually going to do a top 10 list this year, I put Expedition 33 down and then put a 1 next to it because nothing was beating it.
Yeah. It was over.
And it's like everything after that had a little bit of competition.
Yeah.
But it's one where Expedition 33 it's just something special.
It is. Like, look, guys.
And we knew it was going to be something special since
the moment we saw
it. It was like an Xbox showcase or something.
Xbox showcase 2024.
Where we saw it for the first time.
Middle of the show.
It's like it came out and we all looked at it and went, I don't know what that 33 game is, but it looks like something special.
Yes.
And it 100% is.
Yes. Like, look, I'm a flex on this one, all right? Go to Gamestead Clips playlist. There's a clip from last dang summer where all of us said, no, this game's special. I even said right after that trailer, I think this is my most anticipated of next year. Like, from the jump, before the developer direct in January, we all knew this would be a special game. And look, for the people that have not played it, I know there's a lot of people that's probably just so sick and tired of hearing how good it is, whatever. Just go play it, dude. Like, I'm telling you, just go play it. This is truly a game of the generation. This is not just a game of the year. This is a game of the generation. It is that good, legitimately. And if you want further proof that we're not just gassing up the cool thing, like, dude, just go look at like any sort of end of year content we've ever done. None of us have been on the same page like this. None of us have hyped the big game of the year to the moon like this. At no point have we ever done that. Like, this game is truly special.
It's one where we in past years we've all had a games we prefer.
Correct.
As they come to the end of the year.
Yeah.
This game came out in April, was it?
April, yeah.
This game came out in April, and by May, we were like, guys, I don't think anything's beating that.
Yeah, no.
I don't think anything's touching that one.
Yeah. Look, I know it's the easy answer, and maybe we should have taken out of the list and made it a number 0 for Expedition 0. Well, we could have done that and included one more game.
Hey, we're already doing it for
the game of the year bracket.
Our bracket that we're doing. And, you know, this is one where this is our personal top 10s of the year. Yeah, our number ones are not going to be unique. And probably most people you look at, or most people you see doing a top 10 list, a lot of them are going to have Expedition as number 1.
True.
And, yeah, you might be tired of hearing people talk about it if you haven't played the game yet. And it could be one where you look at it and you're like, no game can possibly be that good. Dude, there's one where sometimes I agree with that, even when I have played the game. I'm like, I get it. But this is one where I'm like, there's too many people. There's too many people saying how good the game is. You have to at least try it before you go into the argument saying it can't be that good.
True.
If it can't be that good, give it a try.
Yeah. Look, you know,
at worst, you'll have a backup for your argument. At best, you're gonna see what people are talking about.
Correct. So one of our friends just checked out the game recently, and the way I told him is that if the prologue does not hook you, I don't know what to tell you. If the end of Act 1 does not hook you, at that point you don't like story games, and just go buy the new Call of Duty. Like if you're not hooked by the prologue, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're really not hooked by Act 1, I really don't know.
If you're not hooked by the prologue, you're not there for the story, and if you're not hooked by the end of Act 1, you're really not there for the story, and you really don't like the gameplay.
Yeah. Like,
because by the end of Act 1, you understand all the gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
And the prologue teaches you, hell, the first 30 seconds of the game teach you how the story's gonna go.
Yes.
They teach you the impact of that. It hits you immediately.
Yes. Yeah. No. Look, it deserves every bit of hype that it's got. It is the biggest and strongest gold medalist I think in recent memory, like by far. By far. Hey, just hypothetical question. If we did ended up taking this as like a Gamestetic Game of the Year bracket, and we both mutually decide to leave Expedition coming out, what would be your number 10? What would fall? Because everything would obviously, I assume, get bumped up. What would be your new 10? Because I know what my 10 would be. Not talking again about my honorable mentions, because I just, for Metroid Prime, for Octopath, for Silent Hill, and Ghost of Yotei, I can't justifiably put them in because I don't have enough time. If I slotted out Expedition and moved everything up, my number 10 actually would probably be South of Midnight. I really enjoyed South. I know it wasn't for you, but I enjoyed South of Midnight a lot. That'd probably be my new 10.
I would want to slide Altars up, but I don't know that I'd be able to because
Octopath.
No, not even Octopath. Because I might slide Fragpunk up.
Really? You might just to be a little spicy.
Well, I might slide it up because it's like the other ones where Octopath. I need to play more of the story to make sure that it continues down the path that I'm as the quality as it is. I fully expect it to, but I need to see that it does. And Altars, it just had that drop off point for me where I got stuck and had to replay it and just immediately backed out of it. Whereas Fragpunk had like a quality 60 hours to it, and it brought back some of that, like, get off work, hop in Discord with some friends I don't normally play games with, because like me and Zach were hopping in every night to play, and me and him don't hop in to play games.
Right.
It's like normally we're playing, like he's playing his.
Look, I know we all do a show together, but that's facts. Like we're all just playing different games.
It's like we played. Generally, we have different games that we enjoy. Like me and Zach, we all, it's like a Venn diagram where we all kind of fit into our spot.
Yes.
Zach's primary games are like his Hoyoverse games.
Yeah, his gotcha games and stuff.
It's like those are his main games. I don't really have a main game anymore. I kind of just bounce around of what I'm enjoying at the time or what I'm looking forward to. So for me and Zach to both jump on to a competitive shooter doesn't happen.
Right.
And it's like it does kind of it brought back like some of those feelings of gaming that you don't get as much anymore.
True. Kind of brings you back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust me. I get it. I get it. Now that I think that'd be a fair 10. Like even though like you kind of alluded Octopath was kind of that one. I think flexing in Fragpunk more so for like kind of what it did for you. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's valid.
It's like Octopath for sure would have made the top 10 with more time.
Yeah, that's fair. Which is how I feel towards those other 4 games.
But it's like Fragpunk is the flex that could go. Fragpunk is the flex that could knock off some of the bottom games.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, overall, I think we got some good lists. You know, I like them. They're both unique. You know, we hit 3 things the same though, so that's cool. That's cool. Shout out to that. But
as we got towards the top, I was like, I forgot about 100 line for a minute there.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got to number 3 and I said dispatch, and I saw you get excited about it, I went, oh yeah, 100 line.
Yeah, 100 lines. I love 100 lines. It's so good.
I was half expecting dispatch to be like number 2 for you, and then I was like, oh no, 100 lines there, of course.
Yeah, love 100 line. Go play it. It's so good. Oh man, but if you made it to the end of this video, because this will be a separate video, let me know your top 10 down below in the comments of this year, and give me your thoughts on our top 10. It was a fun list to make. I feel like it's a pretty unique top 10. Hopefully we got some games in there that you haven't heard of or haven't checked out, and maybe you're sold a little bit more to possibly check them out. And let me know. I definitely appreciate that. If you listen to the full segment, still let me know. I want to know. Tell me your top 10. So, no, good list this year. And honestly, I think we did pretty good with the bounce back. Yeah. I for sure thought we were going to mess up at some point. I almost did at one point. I don't remember which number it was. It was early on where I was just like, I was about to say, oh, my number. I was like, wait a minute. No, that's John. John has to do his number on this level. I almost messed up. But overall, good feedback, good back and forth. Next time, let's try whiteboards.
Oh yeah, no, that was the plan up until I was about 5 minutes away and went, oh, they're at the front door.
Ah, dang it. Oh gosh. Oh well, no, it's all right. We'll do it. We'll do it for whatever next top 10 list we do, or honestly, probably other sort of segments or games we do. But no, another good piece of end of year content for us. We got more obviously coming out.
Which next episode I might, because I've got it mostly written down. Next episode I might do my top 10 of all time.
Oh really? Okay. Oh hey, let's do it.
I've got it mostly down. I think I've got a bunch of games written down as well. I just have to figure out what's getting slotted in.
Okay. Hey.
Most like 7 of them are slotted in.
Right. Hey man, do it because as you know, and I think I've said I have said in some form of videos. Yeah. No, because I plan on doing my top 25 favorite games of all time. I'm gonna be doing that as an annual series. Yeah, number one, just because I want to talk games with people because that's fun to do. And number two, as an experiment, I want to do it as an experiment just to see how many games get slotted in year to year that might be knee jerk reactions. You know what I mean? Like I really want to try to do an experiment on that. So maybe I can try to train myself to not knee jerk react as much. I feel like that's also why Dispatch didn't get number two. Is I'm trying not to go complete knee jerk reaction because that was so recent. So yeah, no, I'll be doing that sometime soon. So hey, man, if you want to do your top 10 next week, I'm here for it.
Because it's one where I finally decided to come up with it.
Yeah.
Because it's one where I've never tried to give a top 5 or a top 10 or anything.
Mhm.
I've just always said like, oh yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
But I've never tried to put them into a list, order them up. That's part of the problem right now. Is I have like 7 of them on the list. They're not all ordered.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to do some moving around.
See, for my list,
but the big thing with me is I've had to break myself because there's been, I think I mentioned this before, where like I've been looking at stuff, and as I've been thinking about the list, I'm like, oh, I can't put that on my top 10 of all time list, and then I have to go, why not? It's my list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like who cares?
It's my list. Yeah, I'm gonna put some shit on there that people have never heard of, or they've only ever heard me talk about it.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like that's part of it. Is like when because part of my thing has been I don't write something down until when I'm looking at the list or I'm thinking about the list, a game keeps recurring.
Yeah.
If it keeps coming back, I'm like, this game keeps, because there's been a couple games where I'm like, I can't put that on there.
Mhm.
And that's what made me break it. I was like, yeah, I can. It's my list. I love this game.
Exactly. It's like who cares, man? It's your favorite games. You're not ranking them objectively. You're ranking them with how you feel about them. Yeah. Now I've got my list. I've got my list of contenders, right? So I sat down recently and I got a huge list of all the games that would be in the top 25 contention, and I've continuously just kind of chopped it down of like, okay, I know these are in there. I know these for sure are top 5. I know these are like my 6 through 10. I just got to figure out where they go. And I know these are going to be in there in the top 25. I'm working through it. It's a tough one to work through. Because I definitely feel like I have 2 knee-jerk reactions of this year. So I want to see how I'm going to feel about them come next year. So, no, honestly, if you want to also make sure to bring the whiteboards, whatever. I may go ahead and do my top 10 with you as well. We can do that back and forth. I don't think it would collide too much with my full video. I don't think it will.
No, because it's also two different things.
It is. It's 2 different things. Plus, it's like again, it's 2 different audiences still. Because like, I mean, I can just go look into analytics, man. It's like we have the live audience, we have the video audience, we have the shorts audience. It's just all different audiences. So I don't think it'd clash. So no, yeah, we could do like the whiteboard thing with our top 10s. So I need to actually finalize my 6 through 10. Like I said, I know what's in there. It's just, how are they going to get kind of slotted, But after some reflection, I'm very firm on my top 5.
Oh yeah,
I'm very
firm. It's also going to be like my top 10. The games that I finalize in there are going to be the games. The ordering will still be subject to change even after I do the list.
Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, now that I just thought about it, since Expedition's so high for me now, I know my top 6. So yeah, I know my top 6, and then I guess 7, 8, and 9, and 10 are just like, all right, I know what they would be. I just don't know what. So yeah, no, if you want to listen to us talk about really good games, come check out the show next week.
It's gonna be some really good games and some really niche shit.
I don't think it's gonna be niche for me. I'm the basic.
I've got a
here.
couple that are gonna be just like, these are my games.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that out of you, and I could definitely see that out of Zach as well. Mine's gonna be pretty basic, Betty. I ain't gonna lie.
Most of my list is going to be.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Most of it is, but there's a couple that I look. There's a couple that are it's my list pick.
exactly, which is totally fair. It's totally fair. So yeah, no, if you're interested in that, tune in next week, and then sometime. Man, I've got so much end of year content all coming out in a short stretch that I think my top 25 honestly might not come out till maybe January 5th or so.
I was gonna say it doesn't have to be end of year for
Yeah,
that necessarily.
Yeah. I was looking at the calendar because it's like
'Cause-
the
'cause-
31st is Gamesthetic Awards, the first is Metacritic
I was
predictions.
gonna say the first 2 weeks of the new year is all end of year content anyway for
A lot of people.
for
Yeah.
most people.
So honestly, the first or second week is when I will probably put out my top 25 of all time, and then like I said, that will be an annual series just to hold myself accountable on knee-jerk reactions, as well as just like I said, do a little experiment. I'm just kind of curious about that. I feel like there was another end-of-year content thing I wanted to do, but I'm drawing a blank on what. I cannot think of what it is. I'm sure it'll come to me. It's whatever. You ready to get the weekly wrap up, or is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think I have anything else.
I don't think I do either. I mean, I've just been on Sandrock, so that's all I've got. So I can't think of anything else.
I haven't played a ton of games, but the little I have been has been Tainted Grail.
Man, I'm glad you checked it out. I mean, I didn't play much, but I played it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to this eventually.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's also nominated in the Gamesthetic Awards for quote 10 out of 10 is a good game. Games that did not score perfect, but that are worth playing. Tainted Grail. There you go. There you go.
Did my voting before I started playing the game.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
It's okay. I mean, it is hard to beat my 7 out of 10 game of the year for me personally, though.
That's true. That's true.
It's like I said, 7 out of 10 game of the year. I called it when I talked about it the day we talked about it on the show. And like I said, I based every game of the year on it.
Man, that's funny. All right, well, let's hop over to the weekly wrap up then and start working our way through the show. All right, so the first thing I've got, and this has been kind of an interesting little thing to follow back and forth. In Games, which I up front never heard of before this news broke, who is releasing R-Type Dimensions 3, confirmed that the game will be fully on the Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge, but in their original article, they specify that they're able to do that because Nintendo essentially is creating more cartridge sizes for developers, which is great because basically it's a 64 gig or it's your game key card and there's nothing in between. And it's like, well, let's go super cheap and do the game key card versus spend a little bit more money to put the game on the cartridge. If you had like a 16 gig or a 32 gig option for cheaper, we would probably do that too and put the full game on there kind of thing. The article has since been changed where that wording is not in there. And it's also since been changed where I think they even put out a statement. It's like, hey, there's no official confirmation of this. Are bad. Look, I'm sorry. You're not saying that shit unless it's happening. All right. I'm just saying up front. Like you can't backtrack now because you might have revealed something you weren't supposed to reveal.
Yeah, but you have to try because Big Daddy Nintendo.
Correct. Big Daddy Nintendo's gonna be mad at you, and you're a small developer. Not a small developer. I mean, they are. They've developed a lot of games, but they're not hitting the mainstream. Yeah. Is what I mean. No disrespect for people that love their games. My bad.
But also, everybody's a small developer compared to Big Daddy Nintendo.
Correct. Facts. So I don't know. I saw that news and I was like, hey, that's cool because I want less game key cards. And honestly, it makes sense that Nintendo would go this route because from the launch of the Switch 2 to now, if you look at sales numbers for games on the key card versus game key cards, they are astronomically different.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're so different.
It's one where, yeah. I can see why Nintendo wouldn't want to do it. It's money.
Yeah, it's all money related. Yeah.
But it is one where it is nice when you buy the game to know that it's on the cartridge.
Correct.
And that's coming from I buy most of my games digitally.
Yeah.
Have for years. the Switch is the one place that I buy physical games.
Yep.
So it's the one time where I'm like, okay, you know what? I get the argument
Yeah.
because when I buy my games, I want it to be my damn game.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why like everything that we've bought is either like Nintendo Switch 2 editions or the full games on there. So it's like, you know, in terms of non first parties, like I got Cyberpunk I bought as a launch title, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma I bought as a launch title, Story Seasons Grand Bazaar. You know, I try to prioritize ones where the game's on the cartridge. Like anytime I see that news, I get excited. Orbitals, that's gonna be on the cartridge. Saw that, immediate excitement. I'm like, let's go. That game looks sick. So I'm so pumped it's on the cartridge. So hopefully that this accidental slip up in the article is actually true, and we do have more cartridge styles coming. There will still be game key cards because, to be fair, in their defense, it is a good option to have for mega big games, right? It's a good option to have. I will not lie or discredit that. But like you look at some of the game key card games that are out there, and you're like, yeah, you know what? If there was a smaller cartridge, like a 16 or 32, I could see that being a full game on there. So I just hope there is going to be more options to come. Already kind of touched on it earlier, but AdHoc has confirmed that they are just literally days away from officially deciding on season 2 of Dispatch. Their exact quote is like, "We're literally days away from sitting down and kind of mapping out what that's going to look like and stuff." So, man, hopefully here in like a week or two, maybe 3, we get some sort of official news that hey, season 2's happening because I need more.
Yeah,
I need more.
it's when because they're working on something else, right? They're working on Critical Role's game.
Yeah.
Currently, but then it's like I would assume after that, after they make that, they would roll into Dispatch that, or they would kind of just pair off and maybe have some people work on Dispatch.
Right.
But either way, exciting news potentially to come. Long ways off.
Yeah, long ways off, but Lord have mercy. Hopefully it happens. Let's get it. I need more. I need more Dispatch. Yeah, already touched on it earlier, but Trails in the Sky second chapter is officially revealed and scheduled for that fall 2026 release.
Super excited.
Big pump from John, and like I said, probably gonna end the game with another teaser and kind of go from there. So, per Bloomberg, apparently Riot is working on a refreshed version of League of Legends, currently codenamed League Next, and is scheduled to release in 2027. With how much things have continued to evolve in terms of game development, I'm not necessarily surprised by this news. You know, because has League done big like engine upgrades or anything kind of similar? Like, let's say I know 2 different genres, but kind of like what like Overwatch did, going from Overwatch 1 to 2, where it was a complete engine change. Or
I don't know about engine change, but I mean, I would assume it would be engine change. They've done massive overhauls in the past. Granted, I have not been in the League scene for many years now.
Right.
But while I was in it in the early days, they would do big overhauls over time.
Yeah.
So it's probably one where some sort of optimization or something like that.
Yeah.
Redo everything and have it fresh.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like I said, possibly an engine change, whatever the case is. It's just like it's not going to be anything like unbelievably ground shattering. It's just a lot of enhanced visuals, performance, you know, some tweaks. You know, I feel like that's all it's going to be. I think Bloomberg even detailed some of that.
Yeah.
Where like, yeah,
It's not going to be a different. It's not going to be like, oh, League 2 new game. It's like no, it's
still League. It's just a pretty league.
It's League again.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you're a big League player. First off, I'm sorry, but second off, I guess you have something to look forward to. Marathon is officially launching in March of next year and at a $40 price tag. Did you happen to watch that video?
Hell no.
I have not watched it yet either, for this exact same reason, the exact same tone that you just delivered of hell no. But
I don't want to give it any
time of day.
Yeah, it's like I don't.
I did see some reactions to the video, and apparently there definitely has been a lot of changes, and it looks vastly different. Like in terms of how it plays, and looks like how it could come off, how it feels and stuff. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. I mean, I still think free to play is probably what they should have done, but at least it's $40. They're probably taking a loss on the game, obviously. But maybe $40, the game can live. I don't know. I have no hope for it. Zero hope.
Yeah. No hope, no interest, pretty much.
Yeah. Next up, Fantasy Life 5, The Girl Who Steals Time, free DLC update, The Sinister Broker, Bizarro Scheme. Dude, when I read this full title of the game itself plus the DLC, I pointed out to Christina, I was like, this is like one of those insanely long like anime names. And I know it's like a JRPG, kind of fits, but it's like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that wouldn't fit on a box.
Exactly. Like, Fantasy Life 5, The Girl Who Steals Time, and The Sinister Broker, Bizarro Scheme. What? But anyway, apparently it's scheduled to release here in the coming week before Christmas, and this is a free update because Fantasy Life I sold astronomically well, and they don't really give a shit. Take free stuff. They don't care. This is one of those random pieces of news that when I come across it, I just get a chuckle because I'm just like, man, I like seeing this kind of stuff because it's like, what the hell? Google has officially ended support for the Sega Dreamcast web browser. Are you shitting me? That's so random, bro.
It's probably just because nobody's thought about it.
Yeah, probably. And 2 people use it.
It's like nobody's thought about it. Then it's like they probably got a ping from someone just testing if it
works.
Somebody going through their closet found it and goes, I wonder if this still works. And somebody at Google went, wait, we're still doing that?
It's like, wait, did someone just get on with the Dreamcast? Well, excuse me. Oh, that's so funny. Like I said, I love seeing random news like this because it's just so funny to me that something so small, random, and obscure is still working in 2025. Next thing I've got is per Nate the Hate. Persona 6 is not in developmental hell, and Atlas is going well with the development, and it has a possible late 2026 release. I don't buy that, but again, that's why Nate kind of said possible. But Persona 4 Revival is apparently being developed by, quote, like Ghost developer Toes, who works with Atlas and Square on various remakes and other projects. The term Ghost developer is kind of what just multiple like publications are calling them, where they're just an independent contractor in Japan who's really high regarded, and they don't like putting themselves out there per se.
It's like they just want to they're willing to do the work and not have to take the credit.
Kind of the vibe of that, yeah. No, and the reason why it does appear that that they're the ones doing P4R is because like I don't know where someone got this or who reported this, but I saw someone report that in terms of their total financial earnings, basically who all paid them, Atlas made up like 28% of their total revenue, which was their highest. And after that, it's just kind of split amongst X amount leading up to that 100%. But no, I mean, if Atlas is their top highest revenue, you got to assume it's going to be something like P4R. You have the engine in place with Persona 3 Reload, and then Persona 3 and Persona 4 as it is reuses assets out the ass. That's why they only had a 1-year release difference back in the day on the PS2. So it makes sense to me. Hey, we got the engine, we got all the stuff done. Make Persona 4, have fun. And while we keep working on Persona 6. So, I don't know. Shout out to that. That's some interesting news. Tales of series general producer says the remastered project will focus on even more older classics in 2026 and further confirms a new entry for Tales of is in the works still. Hey,
I mean, you fucking hope so. We're coming up on 5 years.
Since Arise.
Yeah.
Yeah. When that DLC come out? 2 years ago?
Because
Arise 2023.
Arise came out 2021, and the DLC came out 2023.
All right, so a couple of years ago.
So it's like you would assume probably a smaller team worked on the DLC while they hopefully started working on the new game.
Right.
But yeah, no, I was looking at it honestly like 2 days ago because I was like, man, how long is it? Where are we at here?
Right.
Because it's like, I mean, because if we're not going to get an announcement or anything potentially in 2026, then we're like 2027, 2028.
Yeah.
Which is like a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the remaster project's nice. It's like older remaster games. I mean, depending on what they go for, will be kind of the big hitter there. Because I think people were kind of surprised with the like Bizarria getting the next remaster.
Yeah, it's come out in February, right? End of February, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's like the same day as Resident Evil because I just made that list earlier. But
yeah, it's one where it's like that. Granted, I think people love that game, but it's also one where it's like there's a couple older games. One I see come up a lot is Abyss.
Isn't that like the one that was like PS2 and also came to like DS or whatever, 3DS?
I know it
Got
came
like a
out.
red haired dude on the cover.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen
it's
like the DS.
It's
one.
like I've seen the like DS
or 3DS, whatever it is.
but it's like it's like I see that one come up a lot.
Yeah.
So it's one where I'm curious to see what the next remaster is going to be because they've as far as coming out with remasters, they come out with them like fucking crazy.
Right.
It's like they started working on them and prepared because their 30th I think it's their 30th anniversary that they're calling it is spanning a 3-year gap that we're coming up to the end of in 2026. And it's like in that time I think we're gonna end up with like 5 or 6 remasters,
Nothing wrong with that.
which is great.
More
'Cause
accessibility.
We're getting like 1 to 2 a year.
Yeah, it's big series.
So it's one where it's like it's nice to see that progress being done. Would also love a new game.
Yeah, get that new game out. Let's go. Next up, Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection is going to be launching March 27th. Also in remaster releases. That's what Capcom's been doing Mega Man the last few years. They had the first classic Mega Man, the second classic Mega Man, and they did X Part 1 and 2. And then a couple years ago, they did the Battle Network one, which I picked up. And I'm also going to pick up the Star Force Legacy one because the Star Force games are games that I just missed when they originally came out on the original DS. There was like the Pegasus, the Dragon, Phoenix. I don't remember. But I just missed these. I didn't play them. So I would be interested in playing them. So I will be picking up this collection. Speaking of free updates, Hollow Knight, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Silk Song Sea of Sorrow DLC have both been announced for 2026, and they're free. Just like the Fantasy Life 5 thing. Team Cherry's just like, here, have content. And everyone else is like, please, we can give you money. Team Cherry's like, no, take content. So, I don't know, shout to that. And the last thing I've got is Divinity Original Sin 2 is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, as well as it came out for like PS5. This is the definitive edition of the game.
Yeah,
and like Xbox
it
Series.
just came out for all the current gen consoles recently.
Yeah.
Which is also fantastic because it gets more people seeing that game for the first time.
Yeah, correct. And great timing with the hype around the very brutal Divinity trailer.
Yeah.
So, good chance to go check out Divinity Original Sin 2 on all current platforms. So, you got any news? Got any news that I didn't include?
I don't think so.
All right. Gamestetic Game of the Week. What you pulling out your butt today?
Gamestetic Game of the Week. I was looking, trying to find something for this week, and then my eyes came across this, and I went, you know what? This is perfect. This is, when I start to describe this, you're going to think this is the most John game that he could come up with.
Expedition 33.
No, here we go. Gamestetic Game of the Week is World of Talesworth Idle MMO Simulator.
All right, hold on. I've never heard of
this.
It's
on Steam. It's on Steam.
Okay.
It is what it sounds like. It is an idle game. I am a big fan of idle games when they're done, like when they have a little bit of work put into them. I am a huge fan of idle games. This is an idle game where you create a character, or when you create a character, you create it from basically classes. Like you have your starting classes, and it's an idle game. But it's also technically an MMO idle game. So you basically put your character to level up in zones, and it automatically fights enemies in the zones. And as you progress through the zones, or as you gain levels, you go through more and more zones. And then there ends up being like dungeons and raids because you can assemble party members and stuff like that and gear them up. Honestly, a fantastic little idle game.
It looks really pretty.
It's
the art style looks really pretty.
It's a lot of fun. I haven't played it in a while, but as soon as I was scrolling through it, I saw it and I went, oh yeah, because I get into periods where I play it. I go through periods where like a lot of these idle games, I'll play them for an extended period of time and then stop. This one, I think the last time I played it for about 35 hours. But it's one where it's a fun idle game because it's as with a lot of other idle games, you play it to a certain point, then you can reset your progress for bonuses, and that you unlock additional classes that you can start as and unlock additional benefits like additional benefits for like leveling up faster, or earning more money in your real life job, so you can upgrade your equipment to be able to do things faster. And it's one where it's one of the better idle games that I've played and actually like put some time into. So it's one where if you are a fan of idle games, it is 100%, and you just never heard of it, then 100% it's worth checking out. If you look at idle games and don't really understand them, I also recommend checking it out too, because it's a why not type thing. But it is a beautiful little like pixel style game, and it's idle. You can start it and put and turn to go do something else at the same time. It's not a game you have to put a lot of focus into. But it is a lot of fun. I do really enjoy it.
Oh man, that's a John game, all right. Yeah, no, it looks pretty, man. It looks pretty. So shout out to World of Talesworth, the idle MMO simulator, with mostly positive reviews, and it is free to play. So
Yep,
go add it to your library.
That's another reason to play it.
Free to play, brother.
It costs you nothing.
Yeah, another entry to Gamestetic Game of the Week, the second entry for the 2026 playlist. So shout out to that. All right, well, let's hit the music. Let's get out of here.
All right, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you like what you saw here with us, we do these live streams every Saturday about 6 p.m. Central Time, so you can come check us out then. Also, pop down your top 10 games of the year in the comments down below. Let's see what you guys got.
Also, just realized in the midst of doing the top 10, we did not do any sponsor shout outs. So go check out some Rogue Energy with the referral link down below. Promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off.
You might need to pop a video in there.
Yeah, my bad. It is what it is. As well as going to Sparky3shop.com and pick up some merch. And we'd appreciate their support. It's like if you want to go check out the Patreon, we'd appreciate that support as well. Join the Discord. Come chat with us. And maybe talk about your top 10 favorite games of all time as well. And we'd appreciate that. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Until next time, bye.